Hello, folks. We are television active as I speak with you. And then, of course, on Enterprise TV, it's time for Homo Politicus, where we interrogate every issue, every and any issue thrown up by the Nigerian environment. Today, Peter Obi visits Atiku Abubakar and Sule Lamido. 2027 jostlings on. Well, experts talk about the time of politics and the politics of time. In politics, bad timing is not a minor mistake. It is a fundamental error of judgment and is unpardonable for a political leader. Don't get it twisted, folks. 2027 politics is here. A former presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, has met with former vice president and presidential candidate of the opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Obi also met with former governor of Jigawa State, Mr. Sule Lamido. All right, the meetings held at Abuja on Monday. Now, Nigeria's politics of alignment and disalignment is replete with stories of betrayals and backstabbings. The story of Obi and Atiku is intriguing enough, or am I passing moral judgment? So let's meet and greet my guests. They are the unputdownable Tumi Olowe. Tumi is a chartered accountant and doubles as a public affairs analyst. Tumi, I welcome you. Greetings.
Thank you very much, citizen.
He's joined by the inimitable Dr. Yinka Oyegbile. Yinka is a journalist, has been a journalist for the better part of his work life, but is also a political commentator. Yinka, glad you can join us.
Thank you very much, Citizen Jones.
All right then. So gentlemen, Obi visits Atiku Abubakar. That's news.
Well, in the context of how we play our politics in Nigeria, yes, it is news. I recollect that a couple of weeks back, we were talking about El-Rufai meeting up with SDP. And like I said then, there is freedom of association. So everybody has a right to meet with whoever they
to associate
with whoever
align.
they can align. Really, at this time, it shouldn't be news because we are just into the first year of this present government. We should be talking about the effectiveness and efficiency of the government and what they've done and what they've not done and what we are expecting them to do in the next two and a half years before election activities takes up. Not now.
To me, let me tease you a little. Is it too early to talk about 2027 politics or too late?
It's never too early. It's never too late. For me, the focus should be on governance as it were now. Yeah, we can make mention of seeing somebody meet somebody and stuff like that, but it should not be. For me, it shouldn't be a front page.
Yeah, but you
news.
know, your country, my country, is a country of conspiracy theories, and theorists are many.
And that's why we're having this discussion. Of course, we go back to the last election, or even the one before now.
2015.
Yes, 2015. No, 2019.
2019. Okay.
Obi was a presidential candidate in that election. 2023.
He went solo.
He had to because there was not going to be a headway for him in PDP. But after all said and done, it seems as if he might be making his way back to PDP. That's what it seems like. Right? Because really, for me, I'm still looking at the permutation.
That's your reading.
Yes, I'm still looking at the permutation. If he goes back to PDP, does he have what it takes?
But
so will PDP's
have you heard something as crazy as current minister of the FCT ensured he eased him out of the PDP? Have you heard anything like that?
Yeah, I heard it. I mean, when Atiku was talking,
it doesn't matter to you.
Well, for me, I think that is just calling giving a dog a bad name because you want to. Atiku, from our point of view, was responsible for
the dog here, meaning
the FCT minister.
Okay.
Because
what a dog.
What we were hearing was that the position had been sown to the south, only for Atiku to come in and offset the cat. And of course, there was no way then, I don't know today, how Obi will take the ticket away from Atiku there.
Inka, how do you weigh in here?
Yes. Talking about whether it is too early to begin to talk about politics or not, for APC, which is in power, we might say it is too early. For PDP, it is not too early, or for LP, because you begin to strategize the very moment you lose an election. So for Peter Obi to meet Atiku and Lamido, for them, it's not too early. Their own business is to see how to scheme and take power out of the person that is there now.
After all, the business, we are told, that's the business of politics, we are told, opposition. Is one of interest.
Exactly. It is their own interest they are fighting for now. And they see that interest that, look, it is better we start it early. And I don't see anything wrong in it. And for me,
Yinka, you don't think the group Obedience will feel traumatized? If you understand what I mean.
Yes, some of them might feel traumatized. But what is this group really after? It is to get the amount of power. If it is the PDP vehicle or another mega party or whatever they want to form that would bring them to power, they can go there. It was the same thing that happened in AC, or was it ACM before they moved into...
AD first.
AD,
AC, ACN, now APC.
So before they moved into that, so what is there is, what do they want? Do they want to plan now, begin their planning now? Because as he said, in all honesty, the thing that was largely responsible for APC's triumph in the 2023 election was the fact that Obi left PDP. If Obi were to still be in PDP and Atiku was able to bury his ambition to be president,
to allow
it wouldn't have happened. But we have a situation where Atiku wanted, even the party had decided at a point that they are zoning the governorship and the presidential ticket to the south. He decided to come in to upstage what has been planned. And whether they agree or not, if you look at the votes scored by LP and the votes scored by PDP in the last election, if those votes had been consolidated for PDP or for LP, APC would likely not have had it easy, even if they may win, but I'm not too sure they would have won.
To me, coming here, alliances in Nigeria have an intriguing history here. If you permit me to take you back to First Republic.
Yes.
You had alliances at the time that didn't work. And we talked about mega party and so on. The backstabbings and betrayals and so on. They have not gone away.
And they won't go away. And that's the thing. Politicians are always politicians. So for me, most of the things they do don't come as a surprise anymore, unless you just want to be naive. Mentioning the obedience, yeah, maybe a little bit of them are naive. Would probably feel, why is this man doing this? But the really vocal part of them also know that this is a game of interest. Their interest is to get their man into power. Yeah. So whichever platform that would aid them to do that, I'm very sure they will give that platform their support. So yes, for them, actually, you will hear them saying they are not Labour Party. They are obedient. So really, they're only using Labour Party as
a vehicle.
A vehicle. So if PDP will be readily available, you will see them supporting PDP. But now, that's where the issue comes in. Is Atiku ready to retire
to play ball?
To play ball from, as in, okay, I'm now a statesman. Let's support somebody else to become president. But from reading his body language, I don't see that happen. So, and there are still some other players that are quiet. There are still some other players that are in APC, as we are talking. When they don't get their interest enabled, they will come over. Remember that in 2015, 2014, all the new PDP came to APC. When they got there and their wings were clipped, they went back to PDP. So there's no bad ideology in Nigeria. The only ideology is self-interest. Unfortunately, we citizens of Nigeria are yet to realize that our leaders don't really have our interest at heart. And that's why it is easy for them to play us around.
There's a song, I don't know the artist. It goes something like, the chorus goes something like this. Shana live like this, we could a day. You heard it.
Yeah.
Are we going to be like this?
Well, as long as we as citizens don't allow ourselves to borrow ourselves brain, as they say on the streets, it will continue like this. Because, in all honesty, when you look at the way things are now, everybody is crying, everybody is lamenting. The things are bad, things are bad, things are bad. Given another option, were we to be running a parliamentary system now, that okay, midway let us call for an election, you will find out that many people will still perhaps vote for the same thing they are crying against. So, it is neither here nor there.
Tells you we don't know what we want.
We don't know what we want. Or maybe we think that...
Yinka, after close to 64 years of flag and anthem independence,
we don't know.
We still are floundering.
We don't know what we want. Because when you look at... For Nigerian citizens that we are clamoring for dividend of democracy. And we know that dividend of democracy starts from our doorstep. Yes. And that's the local government.
Yes.
And it's died down a bit. This mantra between 2014, maybe 2010 till now. Let's reorganize. I'm looking for that exact time. That we should organize Nigeria, looking for that exact time that we keep using. It will come to me.
What's the word now? Okay. We'll get it.
Now, if you notice, that rhetoric has died down. It has died down for now. But when that rhetoric was hyper, and then we got to some amendments, some critical and necessary amendments that should change the face of governance in Nigeria, which was independence. Restructuring. Yeah. Independence for the local government. Somehow, after a long time, the last assembly managed to get it passed. Got amendment passed at the National Assembly.
But our politicians went to
court.
Not even court. But now, for the change to be effective, 2/3 of states assemblies need to support that bill. Local government. But unfortunately, it didn't pass.
We didn't.
Now, back to Peter Peter Obi and Atiku and Lamido. So an alignment at a time like this is timely?
Well, a proposed alignment, because you don't be surprised that tomorrow things can change, because those three individuals have different people that they're also catering for.
But are they necessarily strange bedfellows?
Not exactly, but they are.
No, you haven't said anything.
Well,
not exactly,
because they worked together before.
Okay.
They've been in the same political space before, but then they were not able to align their interests. That was the major issues that they have. And yes, the election is not near, so we can be talking to ourselves.
Yeah. To me, but in politics, 5 minutes is a long time.
It's a long time, but when you look at the antecedents of the parties that we are talking about, I still don't see Atiku backing down. Neither do I see Papanso playing second fiddle to Lamido playing second fiddle to Obi. So who wants to be the leader amongst them?
No, you see, what I see play itself out is exactly what played itself out in 2019. As of 2017-18, the leadership of the APC had known that Buhari was a wrong choice. But they had to stick with him because, one, they felt that the North must complete the 2 term, the usual thing we do in Nigeria. But the dilemma they had was, if they put down another candidate to compete against Buhari from the North, assuming that candidate even wins, that candidate will also want to do 2 terms. You remember it was the agreement between Jonathan and the Northern leaders was that you are completing Yar'Adua's term and then you do 1 term and go home. Then the North will come back. But Jonathan got there, got wiser, or his people say, no, you can't do it and go. So he too said he will do another term. So what I'm trying to say here is that the present calculation is, will the North still insist that they will take it now? So if they want to bury their interest, they might say, okay, let's give it to the South or whatever.
Let's extend.
Politicians are.
Let's extend the logic.
Okay.
Let me ask you directly.
Okay.
Do you think this North-South thing is helpful to us?
It is not, but it is what we have to. You see, there is that.
We have to live with.
Yeah, exactly. No,
we have to. It's our reality.
Now, there is no way anybody will want to live now. The South, even if they are the one bearing the brunt of the present administration, let's assume, we now say that, okay, when the other party brings a Northerner or somebody else, they will vote. No, they will say, their man did 2 terms, so our man must do 2 terms, whether it is positive or negative.
So we are in a vice.
You said something, now saying like this, we go, they go, now so we go, they go.
All right, producer says we must take this thing home. To me, as we begin to coast home, you see the flirtation between Peter Obi and Atiku as a flirtation in sending wrong signals to us?
It's not sending wrong signal or good signal. They are doing what they know how to do, play politics. Because that's the only thing they do. And like I said earlier, our politicians do not necessarily have an interest at heart. It's not that Atiku wants to become president and turn Nigeria around. He was vice president for 8 years. And during that 8 years, he established a private university when ASU was on strike for I mean, ASUU was practically on strike throughout their tenure. So these people are not about us. It's only about their interests.
Okay.
We get the crumbs. So they are not sending any signal to us. They're only just telling us we are still here and we still want this part.
And listen to us.
And listen to us.
Let's give you this show.
Yes.
Yinka, as we make to bury the discussion, at a time like this, I cannot forget the saying credited to the so-called first Antichrist, Napoleon Bonaparte.
Okay.
He said, in politics, stupidity is not a handicap.
Yes, especially in Nigeria. It is. I mean, when you look at it, is it the stupidity of the electorate or the stupidity of the politician? Is either way, we go with it and it doesn't help us, but we still continue. It's like you are doing something the same way every time and you expect a different result. It's madness. So,
Yeah.
and that's the way it is for us in Nigeria. There's nothing we can do.
Okay, folks, we must apply the brakes here, but not before thanking Dr. Yinka Oyegbile for his time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. It was a
And
pleasure.
to me, Olawe, many thanks too.
My pleasure, sir.
Well, the debate may continue in your part of town. The news is there. Peter Obi visits Atiku and Sule Lamido. We believe 2027 jostlings are on. What's your take? Yes, it is politics. At a time like this, you are wondering if it is support for country or for government. You have a choice. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. We must pack it all in here. Until the next time, I say thank you and bye-bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.